content for this 11th anniversary came a little late, but it is still here. Today we're going to be going into the Ultimate Red Zone GT Edition This is the new redo of Red Zone and Supreme Magnificent Battle they also have up here. It is a new redo of these events with specifically GT and Tournament of Power to fit the theme of the Part 2 units, with being Super Saiyan 4 and UI Goku. So we do have these new redo events with these new bosses, so we're going to be doing all of these new events. They dropped them all at the same time, which is weird. It seemed to just have been a big content drop after there was a couple, a week or so of not a lot happening, but they did drop a bunch of content with 6 of these fights, 3 in each of them. But we're going to be clearing the first one in this GC one today. And yeah, before we get into the team, make sure you like and subscribe. 97% of you are not subscribed, so do that. And yeah, let's just take a look at the team. This is the team we're going to be running. Unfortunately, I did accidentally clear it during one of my test runs, but I mean, I always do test runs, so it's not really that big of a deal. We're just gonna, I still haven't accepted the mission, so we're gonna show me accepting the mission. But this is the team, or the event that we have. We have Legic, then the baby, I forget the name of it. It's I don't remember the name of it. Let's check the name. Lude or Pan, yeah. So we have that guy. He can one-shot us, which is scary. And then we have Rildo and Baby. So we are pretty much going to just be nuking Baby at the end, but everything else should go pretty smoothly. It's just going to kind of be slowly stacking up and going through. But it's some nice long form content, so I wanted to bring the 8th years in here because they're really good at stacking, obviously. And that's one of their biggest qualities with them. And then we're going to use their nuke on that last phase of Baby. But yeah, let's just get into the fight. I am also planning to no item this. I think it should be pretty easy. I don't think anything will get in our way besides maybe the Pan or Lude, that weird baby thing. He is the only thing I think that is possibly going to hurt us. We're going to do that with them because he is kind of he's a countdown guy. I'll show it once we get into him, and I mean, obviously you'll see once we do it, but he is just a countdown guy where he counts down from 1 to then the next turn he immediately supers you, and he is he does hit really, really hard. This is actually the new Legic super attack. I don't think I pulled Legic. I'm very sure I didn't. I know I pulled the other banner unit. I think I didn't pull Do either. So yeah, no, I didn't pull Legic or Do, I'm pretty sure. And maybe I pulled Legic and I just don't remember. But this is the new Legic. But that baby thing, Lude, is going to be the only thing that I think I'm really scared of, besides obviously the baby stage at the end. If we get caught by a dodge unit that can't, SDR Goku didn't dodge, or UI Goku failed a couple dodges, you know, we don't want to have something like that happen. But otherwise, I think we should be good with everyone to live. Obviously, once we get some stacks up with this Vegeta and with everyone else, we will be able to just be nuking everything. We'll be able to use our 8th year's revive. We'll be able to use our 8th year nukes, both of them, because obviously we have the one revive and obviously the one, this guy's nuke, which I think we have the other 8th year coming around again. Yeah, we do. Okay, so I could have floated these guys, but it's fine. It doesn't really matter. We have UI Goku anyway. But we are going to be nuking that guy at the end, but otherwise it should be a pretty just nice little slow stacking all the way up there. Besides that baby, we really shouldn't run into anything with Rildo. He hits a little hard, but if you just put the right units in front of him, you should be good, and obviously don't fail any dodges. But Rildo is not too bad, and then you just go straight into baby right after that. So it really shouldn't be too bad, and I don't expect too much from this event, but it is a very nice difficult. It's not, especially the later stages, like the Omega Shenron and the Goku and Frieza of the Supreme Magnificent Battle version. They're not too hard. It's not like Bio Broly or Cell Max or this newest Jiren fight. They're not too hard. They're definitely doable, and you kind of just need to plan for them, which is the kind of events that I really like, because obviously if you're stacking, you need to plan what units you need to prioritize stacking with and how you're going to place them in the right spots when they are the ones that need to take the hits compared to others. I like this event. These events are just much more fun than everything else they have come out with, but it does suck that they took them such a long time. I wish they just released this in bits and pieces throughout the anniversary. I really don't know why they didn't do that, but that would have been a much better release schedule, and I think people would have been much more happy with how everything came out, because they would have been able to play some events in the meantime of them waiting for these events. Because if we had gotten maybe these first 2 stages for each of these events a couple weeks ago, then we would have had these to tide us over with like the Jiren fight, and then we would have gotten the rest of the fights later on, and it just would have been more balanced. They seem to have just been dropping everything in just like big chunks, and it was really weird. But it ended up working out good. It's still a pretty fun event, and it's still a pretty fun anniversary, but I wish that they did spread it out a little bit more instead of just a big drop with both of these events at the same time. Alright, yeah, this Vegeta is going to be fine against this. The other thing with this event that I think is weird with them releasing it, just the way they did... Okay, yeah, perfect. Goku gave me the super attack. Another thing that's weird is that it's gonna be a temporary event, to my understanding. It's not like, it's because it's this and the Jiren, the like greatest tours event in general. I believe that they're just going to be entirely like... Okay, we do have UI Goku next turn, which is good. I believe it's going to just be a temporary event, which doesn't make sense to me, and I think is really, really dumb. Hold on one second. Let me get orbs here. All right, perfect. We got all our orbs. But these events are apparently temporary, is what it's seeming to be, and I don't like that at all. I don't think they'll do it. I personally don't. I think they're gonna pull that like temporary thing at the end of the anniversary, because I think they did it for one other event. I don't remember what it was. It was supposed to be temporary, I think, and then they said that it wasn't at the end of the anniversary. They ended up making it permanent. So I do think that they will do that with these events. I think the temporary thing is just to try and get people to have urgency to play right now during this anniversary. But I don't think they're going to take the events away. And if they do, that is very, very interesting, and I really don't know how I feel about it, because I wish that they would just keep them, because obviously we want to keep running these events throughout the year, and if they're fun, like, you know, you want to keep doing them. But if they take it away, that is going to be very, very weird, and I hope they don't. I really don't think that would be a smart idea, and I really don't think they would do that. It just seems very counterintuitive to, like, just the game in general. You know, you want to keep as much content as you can in the game. I feel like deliberately deleting content that could just sit there and be played over and over again is something they would not do. But you never know, I guess. Like, we might figure out that that's what ends up happening, and they just end up deleting this event as well with the Greatest Tours event. The Greatest Tours, I don't mind being deleted as much. I do obviously don't think they should delete it, or disable it or whatever if they bring it back with later stages. I don't think they should disable it or do anything with that either. But that one is a little more understandable, seeing it as it is like a little bit of like a test event, or like it was a very different event from what they usually did. We might actually kill this baby thing before he even gets to attack us. I thought this guy was going to be an issue. He hasn't even like gotten anything to attack us yet, but he hasn't even started his countdown. Can we get one more? Okay, well, all right, hopefully hopefully Goku dodges then, because that's really our only, I think that's really our only chance of living right now, is if Goku dodges right now. Yeah, we gotta trust the Goku dodge here, unfortunately. But what was I saying? Oh, I was talking about just like getting rid of the event. All right, Goku, please give me a dodge. I don't want to have to come back here. Oh my god. Okay, well, it's fine. It's UI Goku. He has his, like, I forgot he has his KO guard too, so he lives that, but that's so dumb. Oh my god, he needed to dodge one attack and I couldn't get him to dodge it. Oh my lord. Alright, screw you, UI Goku. That was so stupid. I had so much confidence he was gonna dodge, I completely forgot about his KO guard. And I guess the KO guard works perfectly against him, but now we need to heal up because we're gonna die otherwise. Okay, I am going to switch into the standby here with them, and then honestly this is mostly so I can heal. We're gonna go into this, and then I am gonna go into, do I go into Goku here? I think I might just stay as Vegeta here for one turn. I am gonna stay as Vegeta here for one turn. I could have saved the Boo Boy's standby here. We'll get that. I could have saved the Boo Boy standby here for a little later. This could end up being a mistake. I don't, it depends if we kill with these guys in like these next couple turns. But I think that should be able to spit out like right at Baby, to where we can nuke him right as we get to Baby, which I think would be good. It's not gonna kill him like in one shot. We're not gonna fully deplete his health bar. I wish we could. But I do kind of just want to run him there and just guarantee that we have a good slot 1 sitting in there. This Rildo doesn't like to super in slot 1 though. That's one thing I do remember about this. He likes to super in like slot 2 or 3. So we need to be a little scared of this guy, but not too much. I forget who okay, we have SDR Goku in that 3rd slot. He should be able to dodge. I don't think he'll live super if he takes it. So we are kind of praying for a dodge for him. We are actually below, or no, we're not below the HP threshold anymore. Vegeta was able to heal us up with all those in orbs. Okay, and then yeah, this guy. So he needs to obviously dodge this, but yeah, Rildo does not super usually in the beginning, seemingly. He supers a lot at the end, which is really just weird, and I guess he's going for your bad units. So you gotta watch out for that. But otherwise, he just kind of hits hard. That's really the only thing this Rildo does, and special, I guess. Okay, perfect. Goku dodge. That's all we need. Much better than you, Goku. He dodged. All right. I am going to... I think I'm going to keep them on rotation for now. I do want to get their hits in. How many? Yeah, they've had 0. I do want to get their hits in, though. So I need to do this with them. And then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm going to switch into Goku with this Vegeta, honestly. I'm going to switch into this guy, unfortunately use his orb changing, and it's... Oh my god, it's always so terrible, dude. Like, this guy's orb changing, it's always terrible, I swear. I've never gotten a good orb change with this Goku. And I really don't like that these guys' like, things are all one turn. It really bothers me that they're all one turn things. Like the one turn orb change, one turn with Vegeta, one turn, like, one turn orb change on both sides, actually. I didn't even realize that. The Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta with the rainbow, the Goku with the Int, the Evolution Blue Vegeta with the damage reduction, and the UI Goku with the dodge. I don't like that they all have one turn, like, buffs that you have to focus on them for, and it's only for one turn. And it really just, like, does add some nice, like, strategy with it, but it really is just kind of annoying sometimes with it. Like, it just, I don't know, it gets kind of annoying with it when you're trying to save these guys like active skills and one turn things, obviously for the time that they need it. When we go against like the baby per se, I guess for this fight, I want to wait for them to use their abilities, to use all those strong things, but like I kind of want to use them right now so that we can avoid things. And like with the Jiren fight per se, you want to be able to tag back and forth. Besides with this guy you can't tag back and forth because Jiren cancels dodge. Oh, thank you, UI Goku. You are gonna want to tag back and forth into a lot of these guys, and it just gets kind of just overly scary and annoying. All right, we're just gonna do this orbs with them. Unfortunately, I do need to float off this Goku. I wish I could keep him on rotation just because he is one of the stronger ones. Oh my lord, dude, this is literally like the worst orb changing I've ever had. I swear to God, it always is like terrible luck with where everything else is. I've had this horrible luck with this Goku. He's so bad at changing orbs. I needed them to be random, not specific. Alright, I switched back into Goku just so I could put him in slot 1 and get him his like full thing at the beginning there. I really hope that they're able to live in that middle slot. But I needed to use Goku here to get some attacks, because otherwise I think he would just be dead. Like, I think he might be able to kill, honestly, before we get into this baby phase. But I needed this guy to do some attacks because, okay, never mind, we're not gonna be able to kill. This is gonna be a scary turn, actually. I do think we might be dead because there was nothing I could do with orbs. I couldn't get Vegeta rainbow orbs. I couldn't get this guy in orbs. I couldn't even get the last STR Goku SGR orbs. I literally couldn't get anyone orbs this rotation. I couldn't get the middle guys their damage reduction orbs. I got nobody anything. So this is a very, very scary turn, but we're hoping Daima Goku is able to live at the end there. And I think he should be able to. It's really just these guys in the middle here that I'm scared of because I only got them 2 orbs. So I really don't, I need them to live. This is how many attacks? 3? Okay, they had dodge too. All right, perfect. Daima Goku. He's real low attack stat there. That 14 million, that's scary. But he has like barely any link stuff. But he should still be good to live this, because it is also post super too. And he did get his 18 key. Like, it's really, yeah, I was gonna say, he got everything needed for him. All right, we kind of need to just pray that Rildo doesn't super us at the beginning here. This is really all I can do. Like, I can't do anything else. We need to pray Rildo doesn't super us. That's all I can do right now. Like, I can't. There's nothing I can do on this rotation. Every character in here couldn't slot 1 unless I just put STR Goku there. But yeah, okay, I didn't think he would. Now I need him not to super me here, because I think Vegeta might be able to live it post-super, maybe? Maybe? He's stacking up a little bit here. He only has 1 attack on him. The 8th years will be able to kill. And they can't even go into their standby. Getting the GT 8th years standby is actually so much more annoying than I thought. getting them hit, because you don't put them in front of like any attacks ever. So getting these guys standby is actually much more annoying than I had anticipated when using these guys, or like when I first started when I first thought of these guys, or when I first started using them. I did not think their standby would be this annoying, but getting them hit 4 times is actually very, very annoying compared to just doing 4 attacks with the other guys. So okay, we are going to kill Rildo here. This is perfect. So we'll come back into Baby and hopefully be able to kill. All right, we got the full field of orbs with them. Let's just get the nuke out. I wanna destroy. Okay, that was nothing. Literally 41 million. Literally nothing. Okay, what a nuke. We'll use this guy's active skill as well. I don't think this guy used any of his other like attacks, so this guy's active skill is going to actually like hurt, and his attacks are actually going to hurt. Please, okay, I was gonna say please give me actually good in orb like changing, and we did. So all right, ooh, and we have a Dokkan attack with this guy. Ooh, I could have switched into Vegeta with him. I actually kind of wish I did with this UI Goku, so that we could have a turn of invincibility, but maybe we'll save that for next turn. I do, and I really do wish we had the standby with the GT guys next rotation, but unfortunately we don't. But we should be able to do some good damage here with all of these guys. But yeah, I wish I switched into Vegeta so that I could get just a higher attack stat here, but this will still do a good amount of damage. And he didn't give us an EX super attack, unfortunately. I wish he did, but we should be able to dodge with everyone on this turn, this UI Goku and the Super Saiyan 4 Goku at the end. Jeez, that did nothing for a Dokkan attack. Oh my god. Alright, well, we should be all good still. This Baby is definitely a step up in terms of just health of bosses, I guess. So this is something that we do kind of have to... We're going to have to whittle this guy down real slow, but these guys are going to be guaranteed critting with all of their attacks. But unfortunately, we don't have their standby anymore, obviously. So we're going bombless at this point. We're just gonna be stacking with them. Giving me an additional normal is so annoying. I wish that went to super, but we're gonna get 1 more super after this guaranteed, because they get 3 guaranteed every single turn. I'm very, very sure. Yeah, 3. I was gonna say 3, and then it's 4 the first turn, so you can get to those of 5 attacks very, very quick, because that's both of them need to get 5 attacks. Or like, they need to get 4 for their active skill, but 5 attacks for their like passive skill and stuff like that. But this guy's obviously going to hit way, way harder now, because he actually has his buffs from getting in orbs that we actually were able to get. So yeah, I really do wish we had the GT Spirit Bomb here, but it's really unfortunate. But we should be able to, next rotation, I think just throw Daima Goku in slot 1, and I think he should be able to live with everything on there. We can't, like I said, can't get the GT Spirit Bomb. Could have if we put him in Rildo's first slot, because Rildo didn't super, but we're risking that. We were running that risk. But I think we were probably dead anyway with Vegeta, so I feel like I could have just run that risk. Baby, are you going to super me here? Okay, yeah, it was the last slot. I'm like, you going to super? Are you going to dodge Goku, please? He doesn't dodge and we just... Okay, he takes it. I'm like, he just doesn't dodge and we just die? Okay, this is actually not terrible. Okay, let's get this out with this guy. This will do a ton of damage to him, hopefully. Usually, I've only seen like 50 million from these guys usually when I'm doing it now. I used to see like 90 million, and now, yeah, that, I guess. Alright, and then I'll put the STR Goku in slot 1, and then I'm going to flip into this Goku and use this guy's active skill with his, I think I honestly might just switch back into Vegeta, where he has 4 Rainbow Orbs for damage reduction, because I think I already got this guy's like attacks. So I might honestly do that. I am gonna do that. I'm gonna switch into Vegeta so that we can just get his Rainbow Orbs and guaranteed live that, because I'm pretty sure we've already used his one-time thing with his in orbs. But okay, I think we can maybe kill this turn. Okay, no EX super attack from this guy. I don't think we're gonna kill anymore, unfortunately. If this guy gave us an EX super attack, I would have maybe said we could kill. But with Vegeta now being in our middle slot, we don't have the Goku. I really don't think we will win. But we'll be able to live next turn, though, because we have the Evolution Blue Vegeta will be guaranteed living in that first slot. And I have STR Goku's active skill to use next time. So I think we should be all good to just throw Evolution Blue Vegeta in the first slot and live everything coming at us. This is definitely a long event. These events are... I do like long events, I will say. They're fun to run, but it is frustrating if you die at the end of them, So that is one thing that I'm very scared of, like dying with these guys. Like, okay, are we going to get supered by these guys and just die? because I think they have 50% damage reduction. I feel like post-super, they might be able to live, but at this point, I really wish we just had their standby. We would be guaranteed living them right now. Like, we'd be guaranteed living. It'd be completely okay. Or is it just a group attack? Is it a group attack and a regular attack? Yeah, no, they're getting supered at the end here, and they might die. I don't know if they live, because they don't stack defense, they stack attack. They just have their damage reduction, so I'm hoping they live. Okay, well, here it is. Let's see. I wish we had their revive active skill up. We don't have a dodge either, because they're a revive unit. Okay, no, they're fine. They're fine. We are all good, and we're going to kill with active skills next turn. We don't even need to do anything else. Okay, alright, let's just kill here. I'm done with this baby event. I think Evolution Blue Vegeta might kill. I think he'll do enough damage? Okay, barely not. Let's get Vegeta out here then. Alright, perfect. I was like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna like barely kill or barely not, but there we go. Okay, they don't do too much damage, so we're not that scared of them. But alright, perfect. Cleared the event. Same way I did with the other team before. Alright, yeah, it took a little bit, but we got it. No item run, as you can see there. I will accept the mission for 7 stones, which is good. And why I kind of need, if it is going to be temporary, I need to clear these stages before they go away, because I need to be able to get the stones from them. So if they go away and I don't get the stones, I'll be really mad. Alright, yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you stayed all the way to the end of the video, I think I love you. Make sure you like and subscribe, and yeah, I will see you in the next video.